play.
Yeah, you've got to think this is probably their last chance, because they lose this, they're going to get eco'd. Another B-side execution. This time around, though, it's a lot quicker, and the entrants are coming through at least for Flom, but Zephyr on the side's doing damage, and there's still a player out towards the coffins. 2 versus 2. It now comes down to the A players on rotation.
Bomb plant in the back lines behind the fountain. You've got Pollen facing in for a 3K. Gets rough. Now looking for Jonji next up for the Quadra. And Mythic will win a 7th, an all-important one again. Every single round is all-important, so I keep saying it's pretty redundant in this stage. But either way, that one rested quite down to the wire. Zephyr with the spray transfer and the 3rd player back over towards Coffins. If they were able to just keep their position for a little extra length of time, then that probably would have been chaos winning the round.
And you actually look at the economy in that last round from both teams. Whoever was going to win it was
2 players coming in from that angle, 1 from the apps and 1 from short itself. The AWP watching, making a fair amount of noise, scoped up. Now going for a back wall plant, back corner plant. That's smart, that's covered, that's suppressed. That means they cannot concede towards a peek in from the short angle. And Leaf will fall. Zephyr next up, dealt with a Dren one-on-one now against the AWP. Shoulder baiting to try force the Orb to make a mistake. Facing in, continuing to try force it out. Molotov will force from the way he's burning. 60 HP gets out of dodge, and Zephyr has the info to know where he's at. Smoke down, not even required actually. We'll go ahead and grab the big green gun and get the defuse in from that point for Chaos.
Yeah, look, difficult clutch there coming out from Flom. As soon as that molly came through, he had to try and press forward, and Zephyr just had so much information. He knew exactly where he was, trying to bait out the shots. In the end, just decides to go for the wide swing. Now, the bomb plan is going to help no players on the side. There's another rotator coming in from Flom, an opportunity to deny this bomb from going down, but he can't make it possible.
Leaf will get that kill on Flom before Davey finds the trade. Vanity's going to get forced to the bomb plant as well, so 3-on-2 scenario. Vanity is just trying to find something here. Hoping that someone extends here for the CT camps. They can get it back to a 1-on-3. Jonji's going to have to force that issue on the player here at Connector. His eyes on CT as well. Backs are turned towards one of the CT players no matter where he faces aggressive. And Davey could still shut down his bomb plant there. Again, it's Vanity on 8 points of health. Now plants on default in the open. Body block coming through, and Davey gets 2 kills lined up. Big mistakes from Vanity and Jonji. Should have planted a bit more in cover. And now Raph left to clutch it. Up for a 3K. 20 seconds. Needs to find a player on stairs. The spray goes well for him. But Davey peeks in at the right moment. What a round from him. 4 kills all in all. And a defense have control of the lead and of the side. They're going to get forced away from A. Look at how quick he just makes his way out towards the jungle area. Raph comes up with a trade with Poland, trades it back. Lee turns around on Poland, the open air 3v3, gets a second before going down on such great team. Now it's Jonji picking up next, gets a kill, but Dren Flom trades it, and no info on the AWP. Vanity moving up to try to take close quarters combat on a HP combined with the P2K. That's a very bad idea, and that's why Dinkoff on Flom.
Still waiting, and he's needed more than ever. 20 seconds, they're still trying to get this bomb back, and the molly will hold things off for a few more seconds. EliGE finally gets control and plants for Stewie on the catwalk. This time an AWP in the clutch. NAF coming so late, they won't expect him. Maluki's not looking. He does turn around briefly, but they're coming up through spawn. Nice tap from EliGE, doubling down. NAF is late to the party, but he is not needed. EliGE with 3, and NAF was the safety contingency if things got out of hand, and they don't.
NAF was the insurance policy in that round, and that's kind of how we're looking at it, or at least justifying it, even though...
The execute here for Team 1. They got the door smoke down. Molly for Grim, that pushes him out, but he actually has time to retreat with their smoke still in play, so it's all good for Liquid right now. The rifle's spraying for Stewie. They line up. He's got 3. Here comes the SMG. Grim with a clean, and it's going to be a flawless round for Liquid. What a beautiful hold. Stewie with 4, and no issues dealing with that full B execute. 10-7, and Team 1 are broke.
All part of the plan, Hugo. Now, okay, I've just got to talk about it. Now a 2-on-2 on the back of Mobs, picking up 1 D, making another one for PRT. The Deagles are out, and they're getting the job done. NAF finds himself stuck on the playground with a Galil, fighting a Deagle. And that one looked like it was painful to win. Now, the good part here for NAF, Mobs sitting on 46 HP. NAF now knows that this whole round, the entire intent here for Team 1 was to get right in their face, and well, he's not entirely sure. He wants Mobs to slip up here, walk into his crosshair. It might just be the opposite.
Does he clear it though? Yes, NAF does, and that's Liquid locking it in. Got close, but not a worry. And Liquid on a roll indeed. They have a need for wheat, and that's what they get. Chowing down into an 8th round. Look at this. Exactly.
Ah, there it is. That's
Flash in for Malukit. Double flash as well. Twist is blind, but he sets up in the site. Nades coming through from the CTs. The bomb goes flying, and everyone is white. Twist mowing them down. Oh, he is going to get yoinked by Stewie.
Stewie actually came out of that with more than Twist did, even though Twist did all the work. 3 for Stewie, 2 for Twist. And that feels a bit unfair.
Reprimanded, I'm sure.
Look at this. Oh, to be fair, man, Stewie is like proper spraying them down as well.
So many assists. So many
At
flash
that point,
assists.
everyone's just thinking about the stats, aren't they? Great stuff from individuals
First
here.
map was good.
And, you know, I think for a lot of these teams, the kind of place they're trying to compete for is like that one spot that's remaining outside of the favorites. It's going to be a fast B play in towards this site to round out the game, perhaps. There's a lot of smokes down, and Twist fighting in them. Doubles up, looking for number 3. Here comes EliGE with the right hook onto PRT, and it's all left onto Maluki. Now he does get the first, follows up with a second. The Tech-9 wrecking them. Oh my goodness, but not close enough. Maluki, a great try. These pistol rounds only delivering 3s for Team 1, and that wasn't enough to close out this series. Team Liquid.
And he's up close ramp. We got Keserato on B. Standard stuff. Moose in the Palace taking his for a bit of a run, but Art catches a player out lower, doubling down for Art. Dangerous stuff on this CT side. B the Orbs. Junior still holds at the top of middle, but no one's pushing for FURIA. No need in this 5-on-3.
triple op with an AUG. The year's 2020.
Ooh.
Oh, timing. Not there for Stewie2K. That could have been a kill waiting to happen. And maybe it still is. He's going to back himself out of there, so it's not. There's the surprise ruined. Going down into lower. He trades out onto the AK. And Stewie2K is not considering this. That's going to be Art getting the better of him. Now, the trade will come through for Junior. But a double AWP in a 2-on-4 up against 2 AWPs on the other side. This is a weird one. Okay, so
The market rather spotted through the window. Shake a second kill on the lurk. Vinny has to do everything here with the 1 rifle in this round. The 1 man inside of B. Henny trapped and cut off by utility. Vinny with 1 doubles back for Stewie2K on short. Has to stick around. He sees a jiggle. He fires a shot and he finishes the job. Last man in B is Moose. He's been pretty lethal with the AWP, but the AK is not going to be where he finds his round. It's FURIA 18-17. They might just be doing it in OT.
Or now here's the crazy idea.
Yeah, okay. What's the other option?
We run it back down. Decides against it. They group everyone up in con and they just try and blitz their way into this site now. Curry's gonna have to come back at some point. Penny, with the spray down. Maybe he's not even needed. Henny left in the clutch, but this one might be too much for Henny. There's a guy in power.
Team flash. Curry's pushed. He's blind, and he's gonna get punished for it. If he either didn't get blind or went back in after the flash, that was his kill. But
yeah,
yes,
that was a weird one. I don't like it. What's happening? I don't like anything that's going on right now. Penny doubling up at the top of B. Vinny and Yuri left in a 2v3B take. Hello. Penny back in CT with the swing. Is good for another. And it all falls onto Vinny once again. But Junior is here to be that problem. 8 on the board for Triumph. As they are making...
How does he have 5 deaths?
Oh, Henny. Oh, Henny. A double, but Yuri's here to keep everything all squared up. Moose will get that trade, and it's down to a 1v1. Moose versus Serato. The 1v1 that we've been waiting to see. Moose going to start to tap in those numbers while Serato arrives from the library. Moose sees the barrel. He gets stuck on a barrel as well. This is a very, very weird 1v1. He's trying to play around the smoke. He's looking to go up and over. Serato getting into the site, getting closer and closer, but Moose is there to put 15 on the board for Triumph. Map point as they look to take us all three and get us to train. FURIA with an uncharacteristically quiet display here on Inferno. And this has got to be some pretty mad props to Triumph. Even if FURIA haven't exactly made it easy on themselves with some rather interesting economic choices in this game.
Now it's time for Henny to drop pop.
Oh, he got stuck and he drops anyway.
Yeah.
In for a penny and maybe out with the round as he's opened this one up on the back of the AWP. Now, man advantage taken. Moose is up here on top of the bomb trains. Does open up with one, but now that they know he's in this position, could be a bit of a sit-in duck. It's actually Junior to deal with the next. Art taken out of the round as well. Pretty much everyone here for Triumph inside of the A site. FURIA not ready for Moose, who's lighting up the server right now. In with a triple.